I'll be very brief. One, I want to thank Ms. Saltzman for that commitment that we'll have teams in Virginia within the next week and that your agency will get back to me within 2 weeks, at least indicating how many places you've tested. And I thank you for that, and I'll expect to see that back within 2 weeks. I would also tell you that, echoing what Senator Nelson suggested, I understand we've got to continue to do the testing. I understand we've got to continue to do the health analysis, but for gosh sake, you know, the sooner we can get out information to folks who are living with these circumstances on what they can do in an interim until we get some total resolution. It's stunning to me that we have people going in and testing and having results, having symptoms just from going into these homes to do the test, and we're leaving the homes and then saying to the homeowners, hang in there. That's outrageous, and I understand that means you've got to translate that into constructive action. If we will look from the FEMA side, we will look from what other sourcing side, but we desperately need that advice for folks on what they should be doing during this interim period. And I again commend Senator Nelson, but we hear you, and I think again Senator Klobuchar mentioned this earlier. With the number of states continue to increase, I fear that we are just at the tip of an iceberg of what could be a natural and national disaster that is both a healthcare disaster and for many families going to be a financial disaster. It seems what I've heard is that some of this may be affected by humidity, it may be affected by other weather patterns, and great respect for our colleagues in Florida and Louisiana, but their weather patterns are different than the patterns in Virginia. So that's not a good enough answer that you're saying you're going to be testing out in the climates of these two states when we've got this problem happening, I imagine, around the country. So I expect that testing to take place elsewhere.
Yes, sir, and I think CPSC has a full plan for that.
Good morning, Senator Warner. I'm Lori Saltzman. I'm with the Consumer Product Safety Commission, and you're absolutely right. This isn't just an issue that focuses in the southern region of our country. We are well aware that there are issues in the Norfolk area. In Virginia, we've actually collected some samples down there, and we do have some investigations that are going on in some of the homes there. We do plan on sending a team down to look at some of the homes and take a look at some of the corrosion issues.
I think there may be some people,
just as we did.
Seem to be folks that are actually in the community nodding no in the background. So you're saying to me that you have got teams that have taken samples in Norfolk?
We have received some samples from the Chinese drywall, and we do have some investigators that are going to be doing in-depth investigations
in Norfolk,
in the homes. Talking to the consumers, they've been assigned. They should be happening within, a week, and that we also are going to be sending a team of investigators down, much as we did in Florida, and then we have plans for that.
So again, for the record, you are sending an investigating team into Virginia within the next week?
They should be down there doing an in-depth investigation.
So I'll expect a report back on when that investigating team is in Virginia and the results of that investigation?
Yes.
And we can see that within the next 2 weeks?
Yes.
Thank you. For either Ms. Saltzman, Sutherland, or Dr. McGinn or Dr. Krause, what do you say to Mr. Kump during the meantime?
I think what
do you say just suck it up? What's the answer in the meantime?
Absolutely not. I think that what we have said and what we will say is that if a homeowner does have health symptoms, they absolutely, the first thing, should consult with their physician. And if they find that there is corrosion in their home and they are concerned and they feel that it's affecting the wiring in the home, then they need to contact an electrician. If there's a belief that there is something that's affecting the gas fuel piping, absolutely get out of the house, call up the utilities.
And other than saying, go see a doctor, what relief?
We don't have the relief, we don't have the answer at this point. We don't know the causative agent. And I think the relief is going to be something that's probably more than what the Consumer Product Safety Commission will be doing alone. As we indicated before, this is going to be an effort that's going to have to be addressed by other agencies. I do want to remind you, though, I'm a toxicologist. I really can't speak for the